Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Wednesday, July 30th. You'll be interested to know. 60 years ago today, in 1965, President Lyndon Baines Johnson signed the Social Security Act into law, establishing Medicare and Medicaid. This landmark legislation provided health care coverage to elderly and low-income Americans, fundamentally transforming the United States healthcare system. Medicare offered health insurance to people aged 65 and older, while Medicaid provided support for low-income individuals and families. This act was a cornerstone of Johnson's Great Society initiative, aiming to reduce poverty and improve access to healthcare, profoundly impacting millions of Americans' lives. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Wednesday at Tourmaline and South San Diego. It's looking fair this morning with knee-high sets rolling in. Waves hold around 1 to 2 feet throughout the morning, providing decent conditions. Winds are currently sideshore at 4 miles per hour, keeping things relatively smooth, but expect some shifts as the day progresses. Conditions will become more choppy this afternoon, with winds shifting onshore at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Best time to ride is at 6 a.m. with a 2-foot outgoing low tide, when the west-southwest swell is 0.5 feet at 18 seconds, and the sideshore wind is 4 miles per hour. The first low tide Wednesday will be 1.5 foot just before 7 a.m., with a 4.5 foot high tide at 2. The nearshore buoy at Mission Bay West reads 71 degrees for the water temperature. Thursday through Saturday presents a mix of conditions with clean mornings and fair afternoons. Wave heights range from 2 to 3 plus feet, ideal for beginners and longboarders. Winds shift from light northwest to W, creating semi-bumpy conditions later in the day. Expect occasional waist-high sets on Saturday, providing a fun experience overall, especially in the early hours. This morning, it's cloudy and it feels like 68 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 7:51, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:02. It looks like we're in for some mostly sunny weather today, with a high near 77 and a light northwest breeze. Tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies with a low of 64 and gentle winds. Looking ahead in the weather, expect mostly sunny skies Thursday through Saturday with highs near 76 to 77. Nights will be mostly cloudy, with lows around 64. Sunday brings partly sunny skies. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, the San Diego City Council has approved a 60-year lease for the renovation of the long-vacant 10 Hours 1 Ash Street into 247 affordable housing units. The project will feature mixed-use spaces, including a child care center. Councilman Steph Whitburn emphasized the need for smart decisions, as the building currently costs taxpayers $2.5 million annually. Despite concerns about asbestos, the project aims to provide low-income housing while generating revenue for the city. Construction is anticipated to start in spring 2026 if the developers secure necessary funding. Now on to sports. The Vancouver Whitecaps are nearing a deal to sign former Bayern Munich and German star Thomas Müller, according to sources from ESPN. To finalize this contract with the World Cup winner, the Whitecaps must first acquire Müller's discovery rights from SC Cincinnati. Cincinnati holds these rights, but Müller declined an offer to join them earlier this year. The Whitecaps are in the final stages of negotiating a trade, potentially exchanging up to $400,000 in general allocation money. Müller, who scored 250 goals in 756 appearances for Bayern, is reportedly ready to join Vancouver. In local sports, last night at Petco Park, the Padres triumphed over the Mets 7-1, with Manny's impressive 3-run homer in the 7th, highlighting the Friars' offense. Merrill contributed with 2 RBIs, while Marte scored New York's lone run. Manaya was solid, pitching 5 innings with just 1 earned run, securing the win as Budo took the loss for the Mets, conceding 5 runs over 1 2/3 innings. The Padres now stand at 59-43. Tomorrow afternoon, the Padres host the Mets at Petco Park, looking to complete the 3-game sweep. Yu Darvish, with a 9.18 earned run average, faces Clay Holmes, who's unbeaten. First pitch is at 1:10 in sunny San Diego, with temperatures around 76 degrees. In top news, the Environmental Protection Agency has proposed to rescind the landmark endangerment finding, which identifies greenhouse gases as a threat to public health. This move would eliminate regulations on emissions from vehicles and power plants, undermining efforts to combat climate change. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin stated that the agency lacks the authority to regulate greenhouse gases without explicit congressional approval. Critics argue this proposal disregards scientific consensus and could lead to a rise in high-polluting vehicles. Environmental groups plan to challenge the repeal, emphasizing the urgency of addressing climate-related disasters impacting American lives. In business news, the latest meme craze is sending a warning to Wall Street. Hectic trading in Krispy Kreme, Open Door, Rocket Companies, and Kohl's, known collectively as DORK, signals a return to reckless overconfidence among investors. These stocks, smaller and less promising than giants like Netflix and Amazon, have attracted individual buyers, often from social media platforms. This trend mirrors past phenomena with companies like GameStop and AMC. Goldman Sachs recently reported that speculative trading is at its highest since the dot-com bubble, suggesting that while exuberance may rise, caution is advised before the music stops. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is unchanged at $118,000. Ethereum is up 1% to just over 3,800. And XRP is up 1% to $3.14. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. A new speed test has ranked mobile carriers, revealing a clear winner. According to Ookla, T-Mobile has emerged with the fastest mobile network in 2025, scoring 74.45 based on various metrics, including download and upload speeds. Verizon trailed at 65.72, while AT&T lagged behind at 63.16. T-Mobile dominated in 46 states, while Verizon only excelled in North Dakota. Interestingly, despite T-Mobile's speed, Verizon was recognized for the best mobile network for streaming. Meanwhile, AT&T's fiber network was named the best internet service provider overall. And in entertainment news, filmmaker Celine Song is set to write a sequel to Sony's My Best Friend's Wedding, as confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter. The project is currently in early development, with Song attached to write but not direct. The sequel will continue the story of Julianne and Michael, originally played by Julia Roberts and Dermot Mulroney, who made a pact to marry if still single at 28. The original film was a box office hit, grossing $127 million domestically. Song's recent successes include the critically acclaimed Past Lives and the hit film The Materialists. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the French writer and philosopher Albert Camus. And he said, "A happy person is not a person in a certain set of circumstances, but rather a person with a certain set of attitudes." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in San Diego.